So some people think men and women can't be friends. And if that's something you're struggling with, turns out it's a skill issue. But just because it's a skill issue doesn't mean it's your fault. The number one reason why men and women have difficulty being friends with each other is because we weren't taught appropriate scripts for what cross-sex friendships actually look like. First thing to understand is if you're able to make friends with someone of the opposite sex, there are awesome benefits from it. Research shows that the number one benefit of having a friend of the opposite sex is guidance and insight into that sex when you are dating. So if I'm a dude and I have a female friend and I go on a date and I'm trying to understand why my girlfriend is upset with me, turns out that having a female friend can really help me navigate that situation. That's for both genders, by the way. This is what's kind of funny. The second major benefit actually differs depending on whether you're a man or a woman. So the reason that women like male friends is because research shows this. It's a friendship that has little to no drama. For men is a little bit different. It's actually having someone to talk to because that is something that they lack in their male-to-male friendships. If you're struggling to develop platonic relationships with someone of the opposite sex, here are a couple of things that you have to navigate. The first is you have to figure out what the nature of your emotional bond is. So this is super confusing for us because many of us have scripts about how we relate to the opposite sex, but we need to spend some time really thinking about, okay, what is the nature of this emotional connection? The second thing, and this is where I think a lot of people who don't believe this is possible, you have to navigate sexuality within the relationship. So that doesn't mean that you have to have sex. There may be sexual tension there, and that is actually something that you need to work through in the relationship. Interestingly enough, about 5 out of 6 people who have platonic friendships say that sexual attraction makes the relationship way harder and consider it to be an obstacle for a platonic friendship. So if you're looking for a platonic friendship with someone of the opposite sex, pick someone who you're less sexually attracted to or navigate that sexual tension. The last thing, and this is so difficult, is that very few of us are taught how to navigate the public perception of a platonic friendship. So let's say I have a friend who's a girl, and then I start dating my new girlfriend. What happens to my female best friend? My new girlfriend doesn't like her, starts to set limits. So navigating the public perception, being able to show the rest of the world that this is actually a safe and healthy friendship that is not threatening to you, is a skill set that we do not have.